Relay for Life. And in Cleveland, Tennessee, she started the Have a Heart, Give a Soul fundraiser, which raises money for shoes for children. She would head up auctions to raise money for the schools. She would sell candles to help benefit charities. At the time of her death, she had $10,000 worth of candles on order to raise money for local charities. Melissa's second priority was her family. She loved us all deeply and sincerely. We felt her love. Melissa was a daughter, granddaughter, sister, cousin, aunt, and friend, but most of all, she was a mother to Noah and Hannah. She mostly wanted them to know God and His love for them. She taught them to respect others and always made their education a priority. One of the reasons she chose those apartments was because of the school district, and she felt safe there. But now I see no place is really safe anymore. The last 2 years of my life have been the hardest. Melissa was my only daughter, and we were extremely close. Not many days went by that we did not talk, text, or email. We made a point to get together at least every couple months, even though she lived 10 hours away. In the summer, we were together numerous times, and Noah and Hannah would come spend a couple weeks with us. Many times we would meet at a hotel halfway just to be together. At Christmas, she would stay for 2 weeks visiting us and her family in Elizabeth. She would literally use all of her 6 weeks of vacation each year just to be with family. We were always planning our next visit. It was important to Melissa for Noah and Hannah to know the loving family she had grown up with. We now see them 1 week in the summer, a few hours at Christmas, and whenever we can make the trip to Tennessee. But we have many great memories that you cannot take away. We went on many vacations together. SeaWorld, Disney World, Gatlinburg and Dollywood numerous times. Trips to Chicago and Pennsylvania to visit family, to the Jersey Shore, bike riding on the Virginia Creeper Trail, camping in the mountains, snow skiing, and many trips to the beach. One of our last few visits together was in Winston-Salem, where Melissa interviewed for her Raleigh position with First Tennessee Bank. On the night of May 13, 2013, the day after Mother's Day, we were passing through Raleigh and stopped and had dinner with Melissa and Hannah at the Cheesecake Factory in Raleigh. Noah was still in Tennessee, finishing the last 2 weeks of school. Afterwards, we went back to their apartment, and Melissa wanted us to help her hang some pictures. She was still trying to get settled in her apartment. And Hannah asked me to give her a bath. We had a wonderful evening. We were all so excited to finally have him back in North Carolina, closer to home. When we left around 9 o'clock, Melissa said she and Hannah were going for a walk, which I was a little nervous about, but she felt perfectly safe. And I guess the walk was the safe part that night. Little did we know that sleeping in her bed was what she really had to fear, because that is when you all decided the best thing for you to do was go in her home, uninvited, and brutally beat and stab her to death. And even worse, my 8-year-old granddaughter had to find her mother's bloody body the next morning. You took away my daughter and my grandchildren's mother, but you cannot take away the many wonderful memories we all have of our Melissa. My heart aches mostly knowing how much Melissa loved your children, that she can't be here to raise them, and that they have to grow up without their mother's love. Melissa loved babies more than anyone I know on the face of this earth, and she passed on that gift of love to her children. I will never forget Hannah's words at 8 years old as we pulled up to the graveside after her mother's funeral. She looked up at me and said, "Mama will never get to see my babies." My hope for you is that you come to know our Lord and ask for forgiveness, because I want one day for you to come face to face with our Melissa and tell her how sorry you are for what you did to her and her family. If you do, I know she will forgive you, because that is who Melissa was. This is Melissa and Hannah. And this is Melissa and Noah.
I'm Steve Wallace. I'm Melissa's stepfather. I'm going to read a letter from Jill Culpepper, who was a good friend of Melissa's, from Cleveland, Tennessee, that she wrote to my wife, Dawn. Dawn, my thoughts are overwhelmed with you, your family, and the past. I'm not sure if I can make it Tuesday morning to this hearing, but I'm trying. Over the past 2 years, I have prayed for the DA's office and for the individuals who made a choice that has changed so many lives. My heart is still heavy with grief for my dearest friend. Hearing her laugh, hearing her always positive attitude, and watching her raise her beautiful children. So many memories flood my mind and heart. I don't think she ever met a stranger, and everyone loved her. While Melissa was a few years my junior, she truly was an example of a loving individual and showed a true Christian attitude to all. It didn't matter if it was a president or janitor of a company. She treated all with the most love and respect. Melissa was truly an individual who gave people hope. Maybe it was Melissa's attitude that we can all have the American dream. Maybe it was that she refused to not provide the absolute best for her 2 babies. They were her life. Over the years, we talked endless hours. Life wasn't easily given to her. She earned it the old-fashioned way through receiving her education, working endless hours to provide the best for her family, and her positive go-get-it attitude. It was because of her personal financial struggles and her dedication that her children would have the best. She could mentor others and encourage them to do the same thing for their families. She had been there and was able to guide and mentor, even when it meant she was going to get her braces. finally, after years trying to get the money. Gracious, how many candle sales needed to occur for braces? I want you to know Melissa made a difference. She was a mentor to many young adults. My daughter being one of them. When life became tough, Caitlin would go see Melissa. Melissa helped her remove obstacles and see beyond today so that she could see a path for tomorrow. Since Melissa came from a divorced home, she knew some struggles Caitlin experienced and could relate. Just in general, you just couldn't have a self-pity party around her. She would snap you back to be energized in finding a way to overcome. Melissa never wanted her children to experience divorce and can remember the hours over the years it took for her to make that decision. It was the hardest decision she made, not for herself, but for her babies. Her decision to move back to North Carolina was also difficult because she knew she wanted her children to have a relationship with both parents, but so desperately wanted to be closer to her mama, her cousins, and her dear grandmother. Dawn, she was so excited to just be closer to home. Melissa's life was her babies. Everything was about them and their future. I can remember on one occasion thinking that I had not met anyone whose every response was about the impact to her children. Regardless whether it was missing church one evening and being upset because it might affect Noah's Christian interaction with kids his own age, or Hannah having enough time to eat and allow food to digest before dance because she didn't want her tummy to hurt, or having the best teachers for the children. And yes, oh my, she would research for months to find the best, even down to make sure Hannah had a perfect hair bow for every outfit for a sleepover. She balanced work with being healthy, being involved with the schools and charities, so her children would know the importance. I still consider her an example for me. I desperately miss my friend. I miss her smile, her laugh, her attitude, and I miss seeing what she was going to do next. We were supposed to go with Noah on 5Ks because he loves to run. We were supposed to go on mission trips so her children knew the importance of humility and helping others. We were supposed to have more beauty pageants for Hannah. We were supposed to take prom pictures, graduation pictures, wedding pictures, and grandbaby pictures. And I thought I would hear many more stories about holidays with her cousins, her grandmother, many more stories about you. And I thought I would see her soar to the top and grab her dreams. Reality is, if anyone, including the 3 individuals, had asked her for anything, she would have given them every dollar and penny that she had. May they truly seek God's will. May they turn this over to our Lord. And may God have mercy on their soul. Love, Jill Colbeck.
The next 2 folks are Barbara and Kenneth Huggins, Melissa's father and son.
read a letter that Hannah wrote. She would like to visit the court. It says, "My name is Hannah Jones. I am 10 years old. My mom, Melissa, was killed when I was when I had just turned 8 years. I miss my mother. Here's some things that I will miss most, and I'm sad that she didn't get to see a part of or get to be a part of in the future. My mother will never get to see me grow up, graduate high school, get married, and have kids. Something she's already missed out on, or she didn't get to meet my little sister. She has missed 2 of my birthdays, me showing and riding mules, playing basketball, and me getting saved by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I would like to say what I think about bad people who murdered my mom. I think they are very rude and disrespectful of other people's families. I hope they never get out of jail or have or ever escape. I was very lucky to have a wonderful family to take care of me. I have a funny little sister who loves me, entertains me, and keeps my mind off what happened. My dad and stepmother take care of me, and my best brother, Noah, they make me feel safe and protected, and I am free to talk about what happened anytime I need to let something about to talk about the situation anytime I want to. Thank you, Hannah Olivia Jones.
And I approach with a photograph that they've also brought with him.
Thank you.
Kenneth Huggins, Melissa's father. I've said for 36 years now that I never knew how much my parents loved me until I had a child of my own. The love of a child is different than other loves because the child is a part of your body. The loss of Melissa, my beautiful, precious daughter, has damaged my heart, and I'll never be the same again. I now live with emptiness and hunger in my stomach that food can't satisfy. I live with resentment, not being able to get an eye for an eye. I live also with hatred. Hatred for someone without regard for a fellow human being that took the life of a good Christian daughter, mother, cousin, aunt, and friend. Melissa was a person who had pride in herself, her children, and her family. She was a professional at work and very successful. She was a perfectionist in everything she did or took part in. For example, the charity fundraiser for her best friend who died of cancer. Melissa was an effective contributor to society, unlike a president who was only a leech to the state's welfare, like a trickle of dog, costing the state's taxpayers nearly $100,000 a year to keep them in prison. I could write forever trying to tell you what we missed from Melissa being taken away at such an early age, or what Melissa has or will miss by not seeing her children grow up. For example, watching Hannah take a soccer ball from an opponent, dribbling down the field and scoring the winning point. in the state championship, or watching Noah play football for the University of Tennessee, like his great uncles had. We don't know what will be missed from our loss, because we can't see into the future. But whatever we miss is unfair and was totally uncalled for. In the past, I knew my road to heaven was paved because of God's promise. He gave us commandments: thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, and love thy neighbor. Well, I have a problem with a couple of these now myself. But I guess they're sins, and God knows we're all sinners. And hopefully I'll continue to ask for forgiveness. And one day I'll have the privilege of holding my daughter again and hugging my father. There's nothing that this court or anyone else can do to justify what's been taken from me or her family. This life sentence is in no way a justification for what we have lost. Execution of the defendant would not bring back our daughter, but the satisfaction of knowing that it will remain in prison, away, out of our society where the law-abiding citizens live, and never have the opportunity to take another innocent victim's life. It's all we can expect this court to report. There are 2 more defendants associated with this case. The death penalty is still available in North Carolina. I'm not satisfied with keeping a prisoner alive for the rest of his life. Although Ronald Anthony has chosen the coward's way out, I'm still looking for Trayvon's death sentence and Sarah's life sentence for the part they played in this role, because that's what they deserve.
Thank you. Anything else from the state? Anything else from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Please stand. Upon consideration of the record, the evidence, the factual presentation, the answers of the defendant, statements of counsel, the court finds that there's a factual basis for the entry of the plea of guilty to the first-degree murder of Melissa Huggins-Jones, that the defendant is satisfied with his lawyer's legal services, that the defendant is competent to stand trial. The plea of guilty to the first-degree murder of Melissa Huggins-Jones is the informed choice of the defendant and is made freely, voluntarily, and understandingly. The defendant's plea of guilty is accepted by the court and hereby ordered recorded. Thereupon, let the defendant be adjudicated guilty of the Class A felony of first-degree murder of Melissa Huggins-Jones, both upon malice, premeditation, and deliberation, and upon the first-degree felony murder rule. It is the judgment of the court that the defendant be imprisoned in the custody of the North Carolina Division of Adult Correction for the rest and remainder of his natural life upon an active sentence of life imprisonment without parole. The court further assesses against the defendant the cost of court and attorney fees for court-appointed counsel. Anything else at this time?
That's it, Your Honor. Thank you.
He's in the custody of the sheriff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court will be in recess for 15 minutes until 11:20.
We'll stand at recess for 15 minutes.
Would you all like these photographs back? Include this one.